see too soon. Hi, guys.
Hi, everyone.
Let us know if you can see us. It's telling us we have excellent condition tonight, so live. Hey. We're so happy that our connection let us do our live tonight because last night we struck out big time. Hello. I love you guys are saying what time is it where you are. Thank you for staying up. Those of you who are writing that it's the middle of the night. Green Bay. We're just reading all the places. Thank you, the Sweet Karma Bar. We did a little bit of work in the camper today because it was super nice, but just kind of some prep work. So the weather was still nice today. Look at all the places.
Get everyone coming in right now.
We're just going to wait for everyone to come in because I see our chats popping up where everyone's from.
2 a.m.
2
in the UK. Oh, no.
So fun. I can see and hear you both. Oh, perfect. The hot chocolate was great. Thanks, Jude. I deserved it after that. It was freezing.
Yeah.
Yesterday was so cold while we were trying to put the decal on the camper. And then today it was super warm. Was it about 12 today? 10 or 12 degrees
really
today.
Nice.
And, of course, the day where we were kind of wanting to take a little bit of a break and not be in the camper ended up being a super warm day. But tomorrow is supposed to be, I think, 14 degrees. So it's supposed to be super warm tomorrow. So we definitely have some projects planned for tomorrow in the camper, for
some super fun projects.
Yeah. Saying hi. What time is it? Oh, what day is it? Yes. What day is it?
What day is it?
Now that we're working from home and we don't really leave the house right now, we're kind of forgetting and getting all the days mixed up on what day it actually is. I was just talking to my mother-in-law, Phil's mom, Teresa, earlier tonight about, like, what day is it anyways? Because you just lose track when you're home all the time. Hello.
Hi, YouTube
I want to say hi to everyone's name, but it goes so fast we can't see it all. So we did some really exciting things today while we were in the camper. Nothing exciting that you're going to miss out on. Just boring prep stuff, but exciting steps in the camper. But we measured today all of the dimensions for the flooring that we're going to need. And we actually placed an order today for the flooring, which is amazing because our McNaughton's Home Hardware that you hear us mention we get a lot of our supplies at is actually delivering already tomorrow. And I only ordered today at about 2 p.m. So incredible. We're going to get that tomorrow. I'm trying to read some of these as they go by.
30 degrees.
30
yeah,
degrees.
14 degrees is warm.
Yeah,
we're happy
for this
with
time
14.
of year, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's a group in Lake Michigan. No, you didn't miss the live yesterday, Not Too Shabby Patty. We tried to do our live last night. About 2 hours before we were doing the live, we were trying to post yesterday's video, our episode 18, and we could not get the video to load. Our upload was just not going. Phil's going to move Gunner because he's trying to join in on the conversation. So yeah, we tried to do our upload last night. It took us over 2 hours to get our video loaded from our computer onto YouTube, which usually takes us about 10 or 15 minutes. Our internet connection would not go. So we were getting closer and closer to 9 p.m. when our live would be, and it just wasn't happening. We just knew that we weren't going to make it, so we thought we would schedule it for today. So you can always see updates about our videos on the community tab. If you don't know where that is, right on the main channel page, it says videos about community. Just click community and you'll see updates on there. I love how warm it is where I'll get Gunner on here. Brandon, I'll get Phil to bring Gunner up in a few minutes. He's just letting him out for a sec. I'm actually planning tonight. I was outside quite a bit today with Gunner because it was so nice out. But I'm planning tonight, hopefully after our live, to sew him a new harness because he's getting so big so fast that I need to get him a new harness. And since we're obviously not going anywhere to shop, I'm going to make him one myself. They wanted to see Gunner, but you're already done.
I can get him.
Oh, you want me? Oh, yeah. He's going to go get him for a second. If you want to see Gunner, let us know in the comments. Phil's going to go get him. You had hail. Surprisingly, me and my husband are trying not to throw each other out the window. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, it's different when you're not home all the time together every single day, and then all of a sudden you are. It is definitely different, Crystal. I'm used to it because Philip and I are home all the time now together. Oh, I hear Gunner coming. I know so many of you have been writing me emails asking if we can show Gunner more on the channel. He's a big boy. Oh, his tail's just a wagging.
Hi guys.
This is Gunner. Gunner had a bath today.
Put it
You
up.
gotta lift him up a little higher, Gunner. Oh, he's a big boy.
Hey,
Hi,
buddies.
everybody.
Hi,
This
YouTube
is Gunner.
family.
Gunner is about 10 months old, almost 10 months old. You're in a funny position, Gunner. Daddy's squeezing your belly. There you go. Say hi. Say hi
Look
to
at
everybody.
Look at me.
He's like, what is this? Oh my gosh, he's so heavy. His butt end. Oh, you're gonna say hi? Kisses? Oh, thank you. Yeah, say hi to everybody. Yeah.
His ears are the best part.
They're so long and velvety. Okay, he is like 100 pounds.
Come on.
He is so long.
Say bye.
Say bye.
Bye-bye.
Waving. Gunner's butt end is so heavy that when you carry him, it feels like when you're carrying a kid that's fallen asleep because he doesn't help you and he just hangs because his body is so long. So even though he's not a very tall dog, his length makes it so hard to hold him. He's pretty cute. Thanks, guys. We think he's pretty sweet. He's been a really nice pup for us. We really like him. He loves going in and out of the camper. I've been practicing with him the last couple days going in and out of the steps so that he doesn't have any trouble because I was thinking of making him a special step that will pull down, but he seems to have gotten the hang of it. No problem.
He has little legs.
He has little legs. We don't tell him he has little legs.
Yeah.
But
He's got little legs.
we make jokes about how little his legs are, but we don't say it out loud so he can hear us. We don't want to offend him. How big will he get? Judy, he won't get a whole lot bigger. He'll probably get a little bit fuller still because he is still just a puppy, but I don't think he's going to get a whole lot taller. When we saw his parents, when we got him last year I think we got him the end of June last year. He was born the end of April. And then we met his parents that were just the most amazing Bassets. And he looks very similar to his parents, but still like has his own look. Yeah. And actually Gunner's colors were almost all black and white when we got him. And now he has turned into be this like orangey brown color with very little black. So I call him our boho Basset because now he's like all my favorite boho colors. So
he's like a rust.
Yeah. Cheers for Nova Scotia. Hi, Glenn. We're hoping to get to Nova Scotia this summer, but we'll have to see what happens. So fun. So so today we ordered our flooring from Home Hardware, which is super exciting. And we've been getting a lot of recommendations, my lips, recommendations on what type of flooring to get for the camper. And one of the things that we really wanted to make sure we did when we were ordering flooring, especially because we have kids and we're going to be taking it to places like beach and stuff where you have wet towels and having the dog in the camper, was that we would get a waterproof flooring. And then you also don't always know, most campers leak at some point, so you don't really want to have a flooring that potentially could get ruined if you have leaks. We're hoping no leaks. After all the work Philip's doing on the ceiling, we're hoping for no leaks, but you never know what will happen. And so
I want to wait till it rains right now before I do another layer over top. So if it rains right now and we don't get any leaks, then I'm going to go seal the rest of the top. So. Yeah.
And we have a different sealer. I think I was calling it Flex Seal because that was originally what we were looking at. But Home Hardware suggested us a different product, and I keep forgetting the name. So we're going to show that, I think, in tomorrow's video. I know it starts with an E because I remember that part, but I don't remember the rest of the name, but we're going to roll it all over the entire top of the camper. So the flooring that we got, I wrote down, or I did write, did I write it down? Easy Lay. Trying to remember what it was called, but it's an Easy Lay floor that is it's vinyl, but it feels rubbery and it's great to put on basement floors. Actually, Phil's uncle put something similar to this, or even the same product in his basement that every once in a while gets a little bit of moisture in it. And so this is a flooring that you actually don't even have to glue down, and then you can just lay it out, and it doesn't matter if you have to pick it up if it gets wet or anything. So we're pretty excited about it. What are you reading?
Everyone about shaving.
About shaving. Oh, thank you, Mary
McLaughlin.
Okay, so last night we were reading the comments, and I was dying laughing. Philip was in the living room, and I was sitting right here on the computer.
I was going to shave, and Elysia told me not to.
And he went in the washroom to have a shower, and I went, wait, the boats are saying don't shave. So we thought it was so funny how many people commented about him not shaving. I'm going to have to post a few pictures on our dashboard of Philip without a beard so you can make
I'll
your
take
decision.
it off. I'll shave
He
it.
can grow it back in like 4 days, so it's not catastrophic if he shaves. He can grow it back really quickly. Yeah, that was so funny. Yeah, no beard gone, I guess. He decided that he wanted his beard to stay. There was a lot of no to shaving yesterday.
We'll see when it gets warm. When it gets really hot in the summertime, then it's gotta go.
I used to joke when Philip was working as a lift mechanic, he would work outside all winter. And so I would joke that I had a summer husband and a winter husband because in the summer he would be shaved and look totally different. And then, oh, you're taking your hat off? Oh my goodness, yeah.
I have an island. I have an island right here.
It is an island. He also doesn't usually have his hair quite this long. He usually shaves it, but everyone in our house right now is in need of a haircut, but we're not going anywhere. Everyone but me, because mine just keeps growing and growing. But our boys even, they're desperate need of a haircut, but we might have to do some home haircuts eventually, depending on how long we're home. Do we know the name of our camper? Deborah, we haven't decided on a name. Oh, thank you, Cassie.
Thank you, Cassie Bradley.
We haven't decided on a name for our camper. We have a list. We have a running list, but we haven't decided. And we ultimately want to let the kids decide after, looking at our full list of ideas that we have on what we're going to name the camper. So we will. You had a basset once. Oh, it's so fun. Oh, you're not happy, Teresa? He surprised me a few times where I'll come home from work, years ago, and then all of a sudden he'll shave. I'm like, oh, you shaved today. I also like the beard. Yeah. When the kids were babies, he always shaved his face just so that it was nice and soft for the babies. But
I don't want to dye my beard.
Yeah, I like it better with the beard, not too shabby, Patty. He does look handsome without it, though. But I'm just used. Once he has the beard for a certain amount of time, I get used to it. It's just like me. If I would cut my hair short, he would be like, "What?" Because I've always had long hair, so it's just the same thing. It would be a shock regardless. That's fun. So our flooring is supposed to come tomorrow sometime. So we're excited because we're going to have that delivery. And then I say all I have to do, but
yeah.
I have to do a couple of things before we can get the flooring in. I have to finish painting the inside. Dave. Oh, Kayla. Hi, Kayla. Hi, Dave. I have to finish painting the entire inside of the camper with the white before I can put the flooring in, right? I have a lot of painting white to do. So much white. I need our whole YouTube family to come and paint white in the camper.
We should get the sprayer going.
Oh, I know.
And then you could just go to town in there.
It's just when you use the paint sprayer in such a small spot, there's so much overspray. And yeah, even doing it in our huge living room when we did the accent wall project, it was a really big mess using the sprayer. It was a great sprayer to use, but inside, I would much rather use the sprayer outside, but in that small space in the camper, that would be a lot of overspray for sure. So I'm just rolling it at this point.
We don't talk about that in here.
Yeah, thank you, everyone. We're keeping all of our positive
energy.
Comments, so we're not talking about any of the world issues that are going on, but thanks, guys. So we also ordered something else for the camper today. So are we going to show them the flooring tomorrow? It's supposed to come tomorrow during the day. So while we're filming tomorrow, we should be able to show you the flooring. It won't be being installed tomorrow, but we can show you the flooring. And then we also ordered our countertop for the kitchen, which I'm super excited about. So one of the managers at the home hardware that we go to sent me a bunch of pictures today. They were amazing so that we didn't have to go into the store. And a couple of the selections that they sent for me, or options that they sent for me, were absolutely stunning. So I'm so excited about, where do you find the dashboard? Janice, just go to the main YouTube page. So if you're at youtube.com/Elysia English, you'll see me at the top. Thank you, Sharon.
Thank you, Sharon Bennett. That's beautiful.
On the top, it'll say home, videos, about, community. If you click community, that's our dashboard where we post updates. If you still can't find it, I can try to put a picture of it somewhere online so you can see it. Or maybe someone else can guide you that can see it from your end. If I close this screen right now, we'll lose the live. So
the only thing we have to do to the flooring, because we already put the subfloor in, is it has to be glued down.
We're going to glue it down. Yeah, the product that we're getting is you can do a glue down option, or you can butt it up if your flooring is super level and you have, you know, the main floor of your house. You can literally just butt it wall to wall and you shouldn't have to ever glue it. But because we are working on a slightly uneven surface, as much as we tried to make the subfloor perfect, when it's going to be in a movable vehicle, it's best for us just to glue it down. And so we are going to trowel and glue it and make sure that it's permanently in spot. But if you were using it in your house, you actually don't have to, which is kind of neat that you can pick it up and take it out if you need to, if water was to get under it or something. Just trying to see things, positive vibes. Thanks, Linda.
We're working on merch shirts.
Yes.
It's tough right now.
We have some designs ready. We're talking with Bunker Branding. They have a really great option for us to have our own website that we can do all of our merch on. Unfortunately, on Etsy, for me to be able to do the merch ourselves and to ship it is far too expensive, and I just wouldn't be able to offer a really good quality shirt and then the expensive shipping. And so we've been finding the best option for the best quality merch, a company that will use all the designs that we're creating, because we know that it's important for you guys that it's designs that we've actually come up with. We don't want someone to design it for us. We just want someone to produce it for us. And I want to have like top quality shirts, sweatshirts, different apparel options that are top quality. I don't want to just order a bulk box of, you know, I forget what the brand is, like Glidden t-shirts and then vinyl print them. I want them to be screen printed and done durable. I want them to last and then be able to
fit right.
Yeah, we want them to be able to be offered in a price point that's affordable for a really good quality shirt. Thank you, Crystal. Waldrop, thank you.
Thank you, Crystal Waldrop. That's beautiful.
So I've been emailing them all last week and this week. To be able to use their particular service, you had to be at 100,000 subscribers. And so we've actually been in conversation with them since we were about 50,000 subscribers. And now that everything is kind of shut down, we're in a little bit of a standstill. So when things are able to go back up and be, you know, running as normal, we have merch coming for apparel. And then I'm working behind the scenes. I know you're wondering, when am I working on this behind the scenes? Because I keep getting that comment. But I'm working on some new ideas for our Etsy shop. So I know you guys are waiting for brushes to be available again and aprons and other merch options. But I have some really unique ideas. I'm working on them behind the scenes so that I will have a bunch ready when we can start shipping again. So thank you for your patience, but I promise we won't disappoint. We have some really great ideas for what we're going to launch for that. So, and we're excited too, because there's a few merch options that we even want to have just to have for our videos and stuff. So
we want to wear some stuff.
Hi, Ginger. Yeah. So, do you make enough money just doing YouTube, or do you rely on refinishing and selling furniture? Lois Irwin is asking if we make enough money on YouTube to get by, or do we rely on furnishing and selling other handmade items? So I was at the beginning of doing YouTube for the past 9 months. We've been relying solely on handmade business that I was running and that Philip was helping me with, because we weren't really making any money on YouTube. And as our YouTube channel is growing, we're starting to make more and more income to be able to balance things out. So as you go, you're also paying into the projects that you're doing on your channel. Like, for example, we're renovating the camper. Obviously, that's not free to do. And so when you're a YouTuber, you have to really be careful to balance the income that's coming in through YouTube, because in the beginning, it's very, very small. Our very first month we ever had on YouTube, we made $36. So it is a process. It's not something people assume how much money you make after a certain amount of time, and it doesn't really work like that. So yeah, we make revenue from a few different avenues to be able to cover everything we need to do.
We have to spend money to make content though too.
Yeah.
So we have to be careful of what we do to make our content.
And vinyl interlocking. Yeah, smart and Glenn, it seems to be super easy to install. I watched a few YouTube videos today. Philip and I have actually done lots of different flooring projects before. And so
everything from tile, hardwood, everything, laminate, click flooring. We've laid everything. So
this should be super easy.
This should be easy. We'll see.
We were getting quite a few comments about why we weren't putting the flooring underneath and how this was going to mean more cuts for us and more time. But for us, it's going to be pretty easy to lay this flooring in. So
and I'm pretty
thank you, Mary Scrum. I think I'm saying your name wrong. Shrum.
Thank you,
Mary
Mary
you so
Shrum.
much. Thank you guys so much. So we're pretty excited to be able to get that in. But I've promised myself that I will not put the flooring in until all of the walls in the camper are painted, because we don't want to have any paint actually get on the flooring. And so A lot of the cabinets that I still have to paint, I can paint outside the camper or in the shop, but the walls, the base primers and paint of the walls all has to be done. So even though we're getting the flooring tomorrow, it's probably going to be a few more days before we can put it in. My friend Megan from Glue Guns and Roses in here. Hi, Megan. Megan was waiting for us last night, but our stuff wouldn't load. So
our internet.
If you haven't checked out Megan's channel before, I'll put her link in our description for this, but it's Glue Guns and Roses, and she does amazing DIY projects. She just did one the other day, and I was writing her a comment. Oh, I love this lantern that you made. Oh, wait, no, I also love this. Oh, and I also love this. So go check out Megan's projects because she does really like high-end looking DIY stuff with upcycled and even thrifted and some other like easy, simple DIY stuff. She has amazing stuff. And most of the items that she has in her home too that she shows, she puts into her home, so it's really cool. One of the few YouTube channels that I really watch. I don't really get a lot of time, but I never miss any of Megan's videos, so check her out.
This is true.
This is true. Megan and I actually met through YouTube, and we've become good friends, and it's nice to have someone who likes to talk YouTube and DIY and decor and mom stuff and all kinds of stuff. So yeah, you meet friends in the strangest of places. Make more money to spend money. Yeah, it's true, Crystal. Oh, Megan, why are you sending me money? No, you're silly.
Thanks,
Future
Megan.
plane tickets to Texas.
Thanks, Glue Guns and Roses.
Yeah. I'm bringing my camper to Texas, Megan. Make room on the front lawn. Thank you. So tomorrow we've ordered a few like extra paint rollers and just a few things that we were running a little bit low on for the camper. And our countertops, I'm excited to show you. And because you can get the countertops in 8-foot sections, I'm thinking that I'll have enough of this countertop to do the bathroom counter as well as the kitchen counter.
The countertop is gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
Like, it's amazing.
So I've been, for the longest time, thinking of redoing our okay, gas money. You're funny, Megan. So I've been putting off doing our main floor bathroom because I was being cheap and didn't want to buy materials for like new countertop and things like that. But apparently I'm spending it in the camper instead because I didn't pick the least expensive countertop, but I definitely picked what I think will work. So yeah, it's going to be gorgeous. We're pretty excited. Shirt that says what day. Yes, Kelly Roth, we're looking at a shirt that says what day is it. Don't worry. It's on the list.
What day is it?
Oh, Mom is telling me someone asked who edits the videos. Philip has edited every single video. I edited one.
You did edit one.
I did edit one video.
And you did an amazing job.
Nobody noticed it was me, so that was a good sign. But since the very beginning, it was actually Philip's idea to start filming things that I was doing in the shop, and then it's led to us now doing YouTube full time. So credit goes to Philip for that one. And he's edited every single video. He chooses all the music. He shows all the good sides, and yeah, he does a really good job. And he taught himself how to do everything because he doesn't have any, background in doing this. So is your paint using a camper latex or enamel? It's actually an acrylic, Mama Clan of 3. The Beauty Tone paint that I'm using is an acrylic exterior. I'll try to remember tomorrow, I'll write it down to show the outside of the can tomorrow. I'm writing it down right now. Paint can show. And then I'm actually using an exterior on the inside of the camper as well because we live in Canada and the temperature is always changing. I was recommended and also myself thought that it was going to be a better idea if I just did an exterior paint as well. I also thought that it would wipe down easier with kids and a dog in the camper and just be able to be more flexible with the temperature. So we're going to see. This is our first camper we've redone. So Ginger is asking, do the boys want to spend as much time helping with the camper? The kids would be
out there the whole time if they could.
Yeah.
They are loving the whole process from start to finish. They want to be on the roof. They want to be inside. They want to use the power tools.
Yeah.
They are loving every little bit of it. So yeah, it's funny. Our kids never really get bored with stuff like that.
Thank you, International Adjuster.
You
just got your rig last Monday using a heat gun to take off the wallpaper. It's hot. Yes, be careful. You don't burn your fingers. And only do it on setting 1 because if you use setting 2, if you have 2 settings, I blew fuses once I turned it to 2. He's like, only use it on setting 1. And then I was impatient and flicked it to 2. and it started to smell like it was burning, and I blew fuses. So.
And if you do it too long, you actually lose what day it is.
Yeah.
So be careful.
One day will blend into the next. Yeah. So yeah, we yeah. What else did we have? Oh, what was I saying about the merch stuff? Oh yeah. So the question about merch, we have Bunker Branding, I believe, is who's going to be doing our merch. So we have that coming up. We have merch on the Etsy shop also. So the question I have written down here, a lot of you are asking if you want, or if we can offer vinyl decals that you guys can purchase either custom or already pre-designed on the Etsy shop. So I need to know if that's something that the majority of you want to offer. It's a big undertaking for me to be able to do that. So I want to know that it's something that a bunch of people want rather than just a few people. So if you're looking for something like that, whether using it as a stencil to do your own paint with or to actually leave the decal vinyls on for projects, let me know. If you want to email me or just leave it in the comments, just let me know. How do you know what project? Oh, do we know what project we're going to do after the camper?
We have a couple really good ideas.
Yeah.
And I think,
good question,
well,
Tina.
We're not going to let you guys know quite yet what that is. We'll try and get through this project. And then I think we have a really good one that you guys will all love.
Yeah, we have a few ideas, and it'll just depend on over the next couple of months with obviously how much revenue we make on YouTube. We can do big projects or we can do smaller, awesome projects. So we really just have to plan and see what our budget is over the next couple of months to be able to do. We have a really massive idea, but it'll come down to how much revenue we make over the next little while to be able to do it. But definitely, you guys are asking if we do some traveling with the camper, are we going to show you? So that will definitely be something that's hands down regardless.
We will take you guys with us.
Yeah, for sure. I'm trying to make sure we don't miss any questions.
Just a lot of people that are wanting to do trailers, campers now.
So fun. We've been getting a lot of people messaging on Instagram and in the email and in comments saying that they're picking up rigs and or they've just gotten them recently, watching the videos and stuff. So it's super fun. Oh yeah, and we've added the closed captioning to the videos. I finally figured out how to do it. So if you happen to be on a video and you notice that that's not being offered, please let me know if I missed one because I had to go back to each individual video since we started to be able to add that. But I finally found the option to be able to offer that. I know a lot of people were asking if we could do that. Thanks, Megan. Hi, Linda. Hi, Lacey. You'll notice that some of the viewers that are commenting have the little icons behind their name that say like English family with the YouTube symbol. So those are people that are part of our membership program. So if you don't know about our membership program, you can check it out by clicking the join button beside the word subscribe and it will give you details on that. But that's how they have those fancy little emojis there.
You get a cute little gunner badge.
And you get little gunner badges and stuff. We actually have a few new badges to go up for some of the people that are in the program membership. You know, sort of make things. Thanks, Dina. That's awesome. Are you going to do the TV show? Lois, I haven't heard anything about the TV show. I'm assuming that I probably didn't get the part if I haven't heard, but obviously there's a lot of things that are going on, so I think there are a lot of projects that have probably been halted. So I don't really know, but it was a really fun experience, and even if I didn't get the part, I'm just thrilled that I got a chance to go and do the interview. And
the whole thing was so fun.
It was so fun. I did a couple of phone interviews through FaceTime, which is the first time I had ever done that. And then we actually traveled for the day to Toronto together and had like a little date day and we had lunch and I did my interview in front of like cameras and it was super fun. And, you know, Philip sent me out to buy a new outfit to go for the day. And it was just a really fun experience. So even if I didn't get the part, it was super fun for me. So I wasn't planning on applying for a TV show or doing any of that. So it was just something that was just really like out of the box and just a new experience that I hadn't done, which ended up being really, really fun. So
she should have got the part though.
It's okay. I really like making my YouTube content. So that would have probably taken me away from doing some of that, which is like my ultimate favorite thing that we love to do. So thanks, Lacey. Thank you for doing so much better. Oh, thank you, Carmen. That's awesome. I had, people were asking me about camper linens. What am I going to do for camper linens? If you guys have a good resource for ordering linens or just bedding in general, I don't really know where to order from. I usually just purchase these things in a store that we have here called Home Sense, which I think is like Home Goods in the States. I know a lot of you mentioned Home Goods. So this is a great store that usually we go to. Home Sense, it has a variety of different things, but if there's usually only one or two, so if you don't grab it when you see it, then you don't get it. And then, of course, obviously, I like to purchase things thrifted, so that's obviously not an option right now also. So if you have a good suggestion on a site where I can order linens and stuff for the camper, then let me know. I don't really want, like, camper linens. I want, like, real linens, like regular bed-sized linens. So let me know if you know anywhere. I'm trying to think about what I'm going to do. Still have a chance. Yeah, stuff takes a long time for that, Megan. I know, but I'm not holding my breath. I'm okay doing what I'm doing, so. You are stayed up to watch, you know. I know. Thank you so much to everyone who stayed up to watch us. At the beginning of the Chat People Ready, it was like 3 a.m. in the morning. And the reason we do 9 p.m., which seems very late for some people, is that a lot of our U.S. viewers, we have a high percentage of our viewers are from the U.S. And so this is a really high traffic time for us usually on our channel when we upload videos. And so we figure that that's usually when most people are able to watch. So yeah, we'll have to mix it up a little bit and do some where it's 3 a.m. for us here because we don't mind doing that. Betty's for your bidding. I'll check it out. Thanks, Donna. Oh, I'm trying to say your name. Leocadia Cruz. I probably said that wrong. Sorry. You can check out the commercial that I did on the Home Hardware website. I will put the link for that again on the dashboard. I did have it posted there, but I'll go back and repost it for you so you can see the commercial that I did with Home Hardware. That was super fun.
Hi, Safa. Thank you.
Oh, and a mat for the table. Sandra, that's a really good idea. I have an idea for the table, but I have been trying to think of an idea for a mat where we can pin things where places we've been in the camper. And I'm thinking of scroll saw cutting one that the boys can insert those spots once we go to them. Very ambitious, I know, but that's what I'm thinking. Sergio's asking, what did Phil do for a living before doing YouTube?
I was a ski lift mechanic. So I worked at a ski hill and I built a couple lifts and actually tore one down and then rebuilt it. And that's
you did all the mechanic work.
I did all the mechanic work.
Yeah. And I worked in education in full day kindergarten. So now we both do YouTube full time. Super fun. From Morocco. I'm trying to read all the names. The names go so quickly that it's so hard to read it. Yes, he's not scraping today, Desiree. I gave him yesterday and today off from scraping. He hasn't not complained one time about scraping, by the way. He's such a good sport. He's just like, where are you going to paint next? Okay, I'll scrape there. He's been really good. Yeah.
I know I have a bit to do in the bathroom still.
We had some questions in our past video about if we were going to do another camper after this one. And I need to know what you guys think if we should do another camper. We're kind of talking about it, maybe a little bit.
Or a sea container.
Or maybe, yeah, a sea container into like a tiny home or something. We have a couple different ideas. So let us know what you guys want to see next. Because we have a very, I would say it's a pretty good sized list of some possibilities for our next big project. So let us know what you guys want to see because obviously your opinion matters. We try to get you guys' opinion as much as we possibly can. Can you have them toss it? Sonia, yes, we have safety glasses. We do have safety glasses.
We just don't.
You guys are awesome. Thanks, Lacey. Yeah, we have lots of safety glasses in the garage somewhere. Sometimes when you're just making a quick cut, yeah, they all see. Oh, Mom's talking on there. Tiny home, Joan. I know. I think that would be super fun. My idea with the tiny home would be that we would do it as like a trial and then, but build it in the backyard so that it could be moved after. But yeah, we're just kind of trying to think of that. Counter tiny home. I have lots of storage idea options. I know some people were freaking out at the fact that I was taking out some of the upper storage in the camper. But I think if you were actually standing in the camper, you would see why we did that. Because as someone who gets really, really claustrophobic, I absolutely had to take down some of the upper cabinets. And I've been in campers before and in, Winnebago before, but for some reason, the way that it really like came in just made me think that I would rather come up with other storage options for those spaces and take out some of the cabinets. So Don't worry, we have some storage ideas. Oh, they're saying poor guy that you've been scraping forever.
Aww.
Don't feel bad for him. Don't feel bad. Do the boys have a treehouse? Elvia, no, the boys don't have a treehouse in the back. We actually have one pine tree in the backyard, and it's cut up like super high, and we don't have a playhouse in the backyard for them. They've never really been like climber playset kids. They like to explore lots of other things. We have a pond and a bunch of other things. They're more of like creature hunters, and they play with like emergent things. So having a playset is something they really probably wouldn't play with too much. You need to build the boys a treehouse, yeah. Are you related? I'm just trying to read. You should. Oh, productions are down, Cheryl. Yeah, I figured they probably are down right now. That's okay. I got a list here. What else was I supposed to mention? Where did she mention? Camper. Oh, upgrades on the camper. We have some planned. Elysia, what is a sea container?
Oh, like a steel.
Megan's asking, what is a sea container?
Storage unit, like a steel storage unit.
Like a great big. What are they? Like a shipping container. Like the great big 30-foot long shipping containers. They're metal. They're empty. Some people buy them as dumpsters or not. I'll send you a picture, Megan. I'm trying to think of what other name there would be. But we would buy one completely empty and then convert it into a tiny home. So we would have to build everything because it would just be 4 rectangular metal walls. I agree. I have taken the cabinet down also. And people are asking what the wires are that are hanging in front of the large kitchen window that I did the stenciled wall in. You want to show it to Megan? Megan, Phil's going to try to show you over the computer what it is. It's like a great big rectangle box. And it has a big door at the front that opens. Yeah, they're huge. You can get them in different sizes too. But so the wires that are hanging in front of that window, because we took down an upper cabinet there was a light fixture that was wired into that cabinet and then hanging underneath. And so we are going to be changing out the lights, I think, to LED lighting.
Yeah.
Eventually, some upgrades we're going to be doing to the camper, but the wire system is still all there because this is the first time we've done this. We don't really know what wires we still need and what ones we don't. So right now, we still have that original light fixture and the wires dangling in front of that window.
Yeah.
So that's what that is.
And we don't really know where we're going to put all the lights. Like, there might not be a light where there were lights before. So, because once we get the LEDs in, it's going to be much brighter on the ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
So we might not need the ones that were on the wall. But we'll see.
Sharon's saying that her husband has a shipping container for a shed in their backyard. Yeah, there's a lot of really cool things you can transform them into. I've seen people make she sheds. I actually at one point was thinking of doing like an actual set for our YouTube when we were building the back wall in the art room to be able to film in that room doing our DIY videos. Philip was saying, it'd be so cool to have a shipping container in the back that you make as your studio. That way, in the warmer weather, we can have the doors open and have lots of natural light and stuff. So we have a couple different ideas, but... Oh. Are they telling you you raised Philip right, Mom? You did a good job.
Teresa English is a really, really good mama. I love my mama.
For those of you who don't know, Teresa English is in the chat right now, and that's Phil's mom. She's commented. And when you hear me say mom in our videos or talk about mom, that's who I'm talking about.
She's the best.
Yeah, so, Lacey, we've been looking into the sea container idea, and there are different price points for what you can get them for. I think sometimes you can get them between like $2,000 and up is probably the cheapest we've seen for one that's in pretty good condition in the size that we would be looking for. So, yeah, we're thinking about some different ideas. That's just one of the ideas we're thinking of. We have some bigger ideas even than the sea container.
Yeah, but the sea container would be super fun to do, and you can just do. I think possibilities are endless. Really.
Yeah.
Off-grid living with solar.
That'd be super fun.
Be super
fun.
You
guys have also been asking. I was just talking about upgrades for the camper, like the lighting. We're also going to be getting a new fan for the bathroom, but right now we're trying not to order anything unless it's just coming from our local home hardware because we know they're taking precautions on their end. And so we are going to be ordering some things eventually when we can get our hands like new upgraded fan for the bathroom, lighting. We obviously need new tires and some other upgrades for the camper. So we have been asked quite a few times in the comments if we're going to add some solar to this camper. I don't think we're going to add any to this camper, but we have some ideas with our upcoming projects that we definitely want to do some solar projects with. So yeah, definitely. Please don't shave. We need a t-shirt for Phil that just says, please don't shave.
I might. I'll do it.
You need your own line of hats, too. Ruth says you need your own line of hats.
Oh, thanks, Ruth. I do.
That's so fun.
Hide the island.
Yeah. The other question you guys have been asking is a hard copy cover of my book that I launched. I don't have plans to do a hard copy of the book, especially right now, not being able to do that kind of production. So right now, my book is only available for an instant download. So you can find that on my Etsy shop, and there's actually a 20% off code right now if you use YouTube Family, if you do want to purchase my book. But right now, it's just as an instant download. So I know some people want the hard copy book, but it would cost so much to ship. Shipping in Canada is terrible. So this was my cheapest option to get my story in your hands. So yeah. Has the water stopped in the bathroom? Kelly's asking. We don't know. We haven't.
I hope so. It looked like I climbed up today and it looks really good. It looks really sealed. So we're the next couple of days, it's going to rain. And hopefully not tomorrow because our beautiful countertop and flooring's coming. But
they originally said that tomorrow for 5 days straight. I feel like you're like not in the screen.
I'm trying.
He keeps trying to sneak out of the picture.
I'm back.
They originally said the next 5 days was going to be thunderstorms and pouring rain, and they've changed it several times, and now it's supposed to be 14 tomorrow, and then no rain till Thursday. So we're hoping that we can get my projects for tomorrow. If you would like, do you want to know what we're going to do tomorrow for the video?
They do.
Okay, let me know, because I don't like spoiling it for people. I'm going to, maybe a man cave for Phil. What do you think the camper is going to be for?
Yeah,
Just kidding, no.
I have a garage. It's a man cave.
Debbie is asking what color are the cushions going to be for the dining table benches. I'm not sure if you saw some of the fabric swatches that I'm doing, but I think my bench, I'm trying to think of what that would be called. It's like a neutral with some flecks in it. I'll have to try to remember to show you on my video tomorrow what ones I'm using for the kitchen. I didn't want to do patterned cushions on that spot as the actual like seat cushions because that wall is busy with the stenciling. I know you guys really like the stenciling, so that was super fun. Hi, Megan. I keep seeing your name, Meg. So yeah, I'm trying to keep the seating kind of plain there, and then I'm going to be building a table as well as a very ambitious. I'm going to try one day this week in our videos to build the contraption that we need to be able to raise the table up and lower the table into the bed. Before I order the very expensive mechanism that goes up and down online, I want to try to see if I can build my own. And I think I can do it. In my head, it makes sense. So I've drawn it out on paper, and I think it's going to work.
I know it's going to work.
If it's a flop, I'm going to build it with upcycled materials. And if it's a flop, I know it won't have cost me really anything. And then I can still order what I need if it doesn't work. But I think that it only makes sense to use my own creativity and come up with an idea on how to make that mechanism work for how we've customized our benches. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to show you on the video regardless if it works or not. I'm going to show you what I'm thinking and how I'm going to build it. And then if it doesn't work, you can just say, good try, Elysia. Go to order yourself a mechanism. So I'm going to try it this week. So it might be something that I do in the shop if we have rain. And then you guys will know where it's going to be. So, yeah, we'll see. That's my plan. But I am going to build a table. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to build a wood quilt top table or if I'm going to do a wood quilt somewhere else in the camper. I have a few different spots. They sell this really great stuff for roofing. Yeah, you can send it in an email, Lacey. I think you already have my email. You can do it. Thank you, guys. I know. I think I can do it, too. But sometimes in my head and on paper and then actually building it could be different. I've not built one of these before. Ideally, I need the mechanism to be able to be two different sleeves. One will go in and attach to the table, and then one will be attached to the floor, and then be able to make it adjust to different heights. So it's a little bit more complicated than any other type of mechanism that I've made before, but I'm pretty sure I can do it. So Auto Surge is saying, I know YouTube is exhausting. How do you guys do it every day? We love making content.
We do. We have so much fun, and we're working together, and it's everything that we ever wanted to do is be together, and filming and playing in the camper it's just amazing. It's just so fun, and I think we have such a blast doing it that it's not work, and it's not hard work. I think, like, some of the days are long, and
we're definitely tired at the end of the day after we've done a lot of projects, and it does take us a lot longer to do the jobs that we're doing in the camper, because you have to think about where are you filming, or who's holding the camera, or is the GoPro going, or, you know, should we use the drone for this, or we're operating with 2 cell phones, sometimes the GoPro and sometimes the drone. And so for us, it's not like we have a ton of equipment, but when you have to think about there's just 2 of us. So if we had someone filming everything, it would be a lot easier. You just work and then put the pieces together. But we have to show you guys as much as possible. We get a lot of comments about, why are you explaining what you're doing? Just do it. But we explain what we're doing because not everyone can visualize what we're doing. And I want people to be able to learn from what we're doing, not just see that we're doing it. Seeing that we're doing it is one thing. That's great. We can show the work that we're doing. But actually being able to have someone redo it on their end is something that we want to make sure people can do for the most part.
Yeah.
That's why we tell you if things don't work out that we've tried them, and if things did, because from our experience, a lot of the stuff that we're doing, especially on the camper series, we've never done before.
It's our first time trying.
Yeah. So if things don't work out, I don't want you to then go try them, which is why we recommend products that we know we've only used so much or whatever. But working on content for our channel, Philip and I have always set goals for before we even had kids. We always set goals for what we wanted to do. Sometimes they were 1-year goals, sometimes they were 2-year goals, sometimes they were 5-year goals. And one of the goals we have had forever has been that we would work together and do something. And how our journey on YouTube has gone has made it this possible for us, which is just like I said, a dream come true. We've wanted to do this for a long time.
We work really well together.
Yeah, I know. We keep getting questions like, don't you guys fight?
Don't you guys argue?
No.
There's nothing to argue about.
We have lived together since we were 19, so when we're 36. There really isn't anything you can argue about at this point. Ginger says, do you realize the impact you have with these videos that you're posting? This couldn't have come at a better time. Thank you, Ginger. You guys impact our daily lives just as much as you guys tell us that you impact ours.
Your beautiful comments, they rise us up, and making these videos, we know that you guys are enjoying them, and that rises us up, and we enjoy doing it, and we know you guys enjoy seeing it.
Yeah.
And it's a win-win.
Being able to do our YouTube channel really from the beginning throughout our journey this whole year. I know a lot of you guys know our story, but it has benefited our family so much. Like the time we get to spend together doing these projects, the time that we spend creating. And a lot of comments lately have been, don't you guys ever take a break from YouTube? My mother-in-law, I know she's probably still online, but she will tell you when we're not making our content, I'm talking to her about what our next idea is for YouTube, or what I'm doing with our analytics, or what we're doing with our thumbnails, or what we're doing with different things that we're doing in collaboration with our YouTube. Like, we never really turn off our YouTube brain because we enjoy it so much. And marketing and doing all of the behind the scenes stuff that you have to do when you have a YouTube channel is something that's really, really interesting to me. I've always been really interested since I started my handmade business on how to learn how to do different marketing strategies and different things. And so all of that kind of comes into play when you have a YouTube channel. I know Megan and I talk about that a lot, just different ideas and strategies for being able to get people to see your content. And you guys help us do a lot of those things just by sharing, liking, and commenting. But when you're a YouTuber, you really have to be all in for it to work. And we're really lucky that we love doing it. So.
And we keep we keep it all positive all the time, and we're always just upbeat and uplifting.
It's just it's easy for us.
Yeah, it is.
We're really lucky that we can just be ourselves, and that you guys like us on the other end, because it would be really difficult to do this and not just be ourselves on the other end of the camera. Because
I think it would be exhausting.
Yeah. So for us, we're just lucky that you guys just like us goofy on the other side. This is just kind of how we are. Are you going to name your trailer? Yeah, we have put Louise, we put a list of a lot of the suggestions from our comment section on a list, and we're going to let the kids decide out of the list on which one that they like for the camper. We also are including, I know with our logo, that our family emblem, that we didn't include Gunner on our little compass. People were upset we didn't put Gunner's initial on there, but I have an idea on how to incorporate Gunner, so don't worry, we're going to be doing that too. You guys pause it on. Thanks, Cobwebs and Bristles. Can you see all the comments and questions after the chat is over? Cheryl Ross is asking, after the live chats are over, can people still see this comment section? So yes, it takes, I would say, a good hour for YouTube to do whatever they do on their other end. But after about an hour after the live goes up, or gets uploaded to YouTube, we always put it as public so people can watch it and read the comments. But sometimes I think for about an hour you can't see the live chat on the side, and then it kind of catches up. So it does take a little bit of time for YouTube to do whatever they do on their end, but people definitely can see it after. Lots of I love you. Can I tell them one of my merch ideas?
Yeah.
Okay. So one of the ideas that I had for our merch actually is with the I love you symbol that we've been doing, because a lot of people were asking, like, what does this mean? So this is a symbol that in sign language, we've just always done this a lot since the kids were little, is the I love you symbol. A lot of you already know what it means. But I want to do some hand of the symbol, scroll saw cutout, and painted in fun colors and like distress with little logos on them. So let me know if you guys think that would be cute. I could maybe make a sample or two and put them on the dashboard, and you guys can see if it's something that you would like. But do we get a lot of criticism? We really don't get a lot of criticism. The only thing that we get every once in a while is, why do we explain what we're doing so much in the videos? But I explain that we do that so that people can learn from what we're doing. Yeah, we don't really get a lot of criticism. Our comment section, if you've ever read through it, is extremely positive. We have an amazing sense of community. And one of the things that Philip and I have done from the beginning was really focused on building a sense of community, not just being a YouTube channel where we put out content, which is why you see us commenting back to a lot of our comments. We comment back to as many as we can. We read through all the comments. We, ask you guys to email and stuff so we can build this big community rather than just posting content for no reason. So we're really lucky. We really don't get a lot of that. Glenn Young is asking, do we have a P.O. box related to our YouTube? Yes. If you want our address to be able to, we have a business address, Glenn, you can send something to if you want. If you want to send me an email to ElysiaEnglish@hotmail.com, I can send that to you. I don't think it's on our about section anymore. I'd have to check. Megan's asking if we've got a message for our 100,000 YouTube milestone plaque yet. 1 million will be next, my sweet friend. I hope we get to 1 million one day, Megan. I love that you think that. We actually just yesterday got the special code that we need for the shipping of that item. We will be getting our YouTube plaque. It says it will send out within 2 to 3 weeks. So we should have our YouTube silver play button within a couple of weeks. I know that might be deferred a little bit. Just with a lot of like shipping delays and stuff. I know things are taking a long time to ship, the things that are still shipping, but we're excited. We know we get it eventually, even if it doesn't come on time. So we got the email, we got the code. Coming. It says they're making it and polishing it all up for us, and we're so excited. We're like, that was our huge goal this year, was to hit 100,000. So thank you guys for helping us out with that.
Both lift each other up instead of trying to be the boss. I learned a long time ago I'm not the boss. A long time ago.
Oh, no.
I know who the boss is.
I prefer to call myself the designer, not the boss.
Right, yeah.
I just say, my vision is this, and then he's like, okay, what do you want to do? Yeah. Philip always just goes with what I want, how I want things to be done most of the time. Yeah, not us. Do you look for questions, comment? Do you look over the questions and comment? I don't see the chat comment later, just the vid. I don't look it over, Cheryl. It doesn't let me make any choices in regards to the chat, I don't think, at the end of posting it. So check. I'll try to look into that for you. But it should show you, if you go to any of our past lives, it should, happy wife, happy life. It should show you all on the right-hand side. Should be like a big long column, and it will move along with the video. I'm pretty sure you should be able to see it there. I'm trying to.
Hi, Ellen from Greenland.
So fun. I'm going back up because I missed. I'm doing this live with the hand symbol in my since the 70s with my children. Yes, we do this all the time. It's one of the things we've always done with the kids. I love the mechanism. Keep explaining the process. It helps. Yes, I will. I've drawn it on paper. Philip is a smart man. So Philip always knows when I have a creative idea that I have to implement it in some way. And so he just says, what do you need? Go get it. What can I help with? We'll do this. And then he'll usually say, do you want my help? He also asks me, because sometimes I can't explain it out loud, but I need to get it done. So does Philip have a single brother? That's fun. Take a real man to give away the reins and the trust. Yeah, Philip's a keeper for sure. And then I have 2 boys also that live with me that want to help out with absolutely everything. So the boys get their hands in absolutely everything they can. We don't show them a lot in the videos because we really have to monitor how much we keep them on YouTube. But yeah, they like to be behind the scenes helping everything. Sorry, Cheryl, did I misunderstood? I think you misunderstood my first comment. Let's skip it. Sorry, Cheryl. It's hard when the chat's moving so quickly. If you want to ask anything like specific, just send me an email or a message. Not sure how tall you are, but how tall is the interior of the camper? I forget. I don't think I've measured actually how tall the inside of the camper is. We'll have to do that tomorrow. But I'm 5'4". What are you?
I'm 5'7.1".
5'7.1". We don't have tall jeans in our family. So fun.
I think it's 6.5 feet.
Yeah. The antlers look like they're on my head. So we get a lot of questions about these antlers that are behind me on the sideboard here. It looks like I have horns in my head. Too funny. Those were found by Phil's brother, and he lives in Alberta, and he sent those for the boys. So each of my boys actually have a set over, I don't know how long he lived out there, but the boys all have them. And then my brother-in-law's girlfriend hydro dipped them in different colors of spray paint, so they would change colors on the faces of them. So those were just found. No animals were harmed in the decor of the credenza there. Hit the like button. Thanks, Kelly. When will we start our garden? We are definitely starting a garden. We need to order some seeds. We always get them at Home Hardware, so we'll be placing an order for our seeds. But we usually can't start. We start inside a couple weeks before. But we haven't had a whole lot of success starting them inside. We did a lot better 2 years ago when we didn't start inside. So I think we're just gonna we usually do like a go big or go home method in the garden. We have a big 40 by 40 foot plot, and we just choose all the things that we want to grow, and we plant as much as we can. And then we usually do really, really well. But one of the things I was super surprised about when we were doing our gardening first is how delicious potatoes are out of the garden.
Oh, yeah.
They don't even taste like store-bought potatoes. They were so good. And we actually did corn 2 years ago with the kids, which was super fun because they measured themselves all summer against how tall the corn was getting. So yeah, we have plans to do a big garden this year. So if you guys want to see us with the garden stuff, then we'll do that too. Happy spouse, happy house, yeah. I know, funny. Thanks, Kay. I just realized that now, right out the side of my head. Where are we planning on taking our first trip? We were planning this summer to do some traveling to the East Coast. So we did that a couple of years ago for 2 weeks in a rented Winnebago. And so we were really hoping that we would get to go out to the East Coast this summer. So we're going to have to wait and see how traveling can kind of go about over the next several months. So do you have any will I have any macrame in the camper? I haven't decided yet. I have a list of things I want to make for the camper. So I might be doing some kind of macrame for sure. You know me too well. Move those antlers. Yeah. Did you move them, or you made it look more like I have horns?
No, you only have one horn now.
Texas, duh. I know, I need to come to Texas. I need to get my passport first. I don't have a passport. I can't cross the border yet. Elsewatch, Curious Incorporated. Where will we keep the camper when it's done? Are you moving them? For right now, we have plans just to leave the camper in the driveway. We have a really long, or I guess I should say wide driveway that can park a couple of cars through. So when we're done renovating the camper and we don't need the door kind of on that side for like quick access, we'll be just parking it in the driveway for now. We don't have any plans to put it in a park or at a campground or anything. We just want to have it in the driveway so we can take it when we go camping. We don't really want to be like in a like a recreational park or anything.
No.
How do you grow potatoes? We dig a big hole in the ground and we put the potatoes in some cut. I'll show you in a video. What are your future projects? Dave, we have a small list of ideas for some future projects, but we don't want to tell you what our next project is yet because we really haven't decided exactly, but we do have a list of some exciting things we're going to do.
Yes, Mama, we want to go to Newfoundland.
Yeah,
Newfoundland for sure.
I'm missing one of Cheryl's questions. It goes by so fast, Cheryl. I'm going to go back and see if I can see.
Down.
It goes, no. I know I saw, but it goes so fast.
Write it again.
Yeah. Oh, now I'm moving the whole screen here. All right, there we go. Yes, you can have that day. Oh, I messed up my screen. Oh, there we go. Okay. My patience with the stencils is amazing. It was super windy the other day, and as I was doing it, I was feeling like I didn't look like I knew what I was doing at all, but it turned out not too bad. But usually, I like to work with a hard table and no wind. But I have lots of practice.
We will be going to Nova Scotia.
Yes, Nova Scotia. We've actually been talking to a couple of places to do some type of an event if we can go to the East Coast. So we'll give you guys some information about that. Can we live in Ontario? Yes, Elaine, sorry. Or Eileen, I think I said. Is that it? Eileen. I did get the heat paint for the stove. I originally thought that I had heat paint. I wanted to be able to brush it on instead of spray it, but I actually got a couple of cans of the spray to be able to do the stove. So I'm hoping I can get to that this week. And I was waiting also because I wanted white so I could match the fridge. And the original place that I went didn't have white. They only had black or silver, and I didn't want a black or silver stove. So,
Ottoberg, I'll do a video on how to plant potatoes.
Yeah, we'll do a video.
I throw a whole bunch in, and then I plant a mound of dirt over top.
Yeah, and then as the greenery starts to grow through, then you add more dirt, and then it'll grow through again, and then you add more dirt. And then at the end of the summer, you dig up the hole, and there's tons of potatoes underneath. It's pretty amazing. How did you two meet? Kathy's asking, how did we meet? We actually have an adorable story. Did you want to tell them?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's a great story.
Okay. So when Philip and I were kids, we actually both grew up in a townhouse complex where like rows of houses are all together, and all the kids used to play outside, and people's parents chat.
Story.
People's parents chat across the porch and have tea, and our families all knew each other. And Philip's family moved away. Mom would have to chime in, but maybe at like 7-ish years old,
yeah.
7 years old-ish or
Yeah.
something. And they moved away, and my family lived there for a few years longer, and then my family moved away. And then...
So we knew each other
when we were really little.
She used to go to my birthday parties.
We have a picture of me sitting on a hayride at a horse ranch at Philip's birthday when we were maybe like 6 years old, and we're actually sitting side by side. Like, we were quite fond of each other, apparently, when we were kids. And then when we were almost 19, Philip was out with a group of friends, and I was out with a group of friends, and my friends were acting like sillies, and Philip's friends were acting like silly, and then Philip and I were just standing off to the side, and we got chatting like, oh my gosh, look at my friends. He's like, oh my gosh, look at my friends. And then we ended up exchanging a phone number. I gave Philip my phone number, which was something that I never did. I never gave my phone number to guys at the bar ever. And main reason, I guess, I lived at home with my parents, and so I didn't want people phoning the landline that would be at my parents' house. And so I gave Philip my phone number. This is how old this was. Remember the Palm
Oh
Pilots?
no! Oh no!
Wait, we have this still. It's in a drawer in the house somewhere. One of the Palm Pilots where you use the little stylus pen to put the information in, like a calendar. And so Philip actually saved my phone number in the Palm Pilot. But this is where the story gets actually like super funny. I never thought he would call, and for some reason, when I met him that night, I was like, okay, I have to see this guy again, but we'll wait and see if he calls. Philip thought the same thing, like, I have to see her again. He waited, I think, the next night and tried to call me, but he couldn't call me because he only had, was missing the last digit of my phone number. And so he had to call every single option with that other number on the end, guessing, until he finally got my house. Well, no one was home, no one answered. And so when I got home from work that one day, I saw that a P English had phoned my house. Phil's dad's name is Paul. And so it said P English on the phone. And I thought, oh my goodness, did he really call? So I called him, we went out for dinner. I think he took me right to meet his mom and dad, like right away. And they recognized me, and when Philip met my parents, they recognized him, and we realized that we knew each other when we were kids. So we've actually known each other for a very, very long time.
When I met her and I saw her, I knew something was different about her.
Yeah. We
fell in love the day that I met.
We moved into our very first apartment, like, very quickly. It was like right away. We were pretty inseparable. Mom used to actually call my parents and say, we're watching the kids. They're fine. Like, because I had a curfew and Teresa knew that we were just watching movies, and she would make us crepes for breakfast and Palm Pilot Phil. Yeah. We have that Palm Pilot in the house somewhere. The original Palm Pilot.
I think it still has the digit missing.
Yeah. No, probably. I don't even know if it's turned on. We probably have no charger for it, but we definitely have it. Our Bassett's name is Gunner, someone's asking. And then Condolari. I can't say it. Sorry. Are you reupholstering the sofa or am I replacing it? I'm going to reupholster it. That's my plan. I have the fabric and I have some foam and some extra stuff that I need, and my plan is to reupholster it. But I am going to build and upholster the L-shaped sectional that we're doing, as well as the cushions on the seating area. So I have a lot of sewing and upholstering ahead of me. I also would like to make all of the pillows to go in the camper for the seating benches, and even do some embroidery on some of the pillow fronts. So we lived in London, Ontario when we were kids. Gail's asking, are we actually married now?
Well, technically.
Philip and I, we've never had a wedding, but we've been together like forever. So I have a ring. Last chat was a big topic that he should put a ring on it. I have a ring. I wear it in some of my videos. I just don't wear it all the time because when I'm working with like poly and paint and stuff all the time, I don't want to ruin my beautiful ring. So yes, we will eventually one day have like an actual wedding. We actually had one planned before we moved, but we canceled the wedding because of our move, and now we don't know when we're gonna do it. Eventually. I have to put my offspring to bed. Oh, you're off. I'm like, you have to put your offspring to bed. Go ahead, go put your kids to bed. Thanks, Megan. I'll message you later.
Bye, Megan.
Love ya. So we have lots of plans for some sewing stuff. Do you guys want to see some of that sewing stuff that when I'm doing I know I'm going to show you some of the upholstery and stuff, but some of the other things like sewing the pillows and making the seating benches and stuff, do you want to see that content as well with the camper, or you just want to see when it's put together? Do I think that mirrors would open the place up? Kathy, we're not like big mirror people. Like, there's a mirror on the door of the bathroom that I'm thinking of actually taking down because I have an idea for that. But then I will put a mirror somewhere else. I just haven't decided exactly where to put it. But mirrors would definitely make it look bigger. But right now, you'd be surprised when you're standing in the camper. Now that it's white, it's super big inside.
It
feels so much bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's super fun. I'm excited for that. But upholstering that couch, I've not done a project upholstering a couch before. I'm fairly confident I can sew and do all of the upholstery stuff for the seating benches and all that, but I haven't upholstered a couch per se. I've done benches and like other things, but this style of couch is a little bit different. So we're going to see how it goes. Yes, show the sewing. Okay. I have to put some more miles on my sewing machine. Yeah. Because my house is a mask making factory. Yeah, lots of people are making masks right now, that's for sure. Okay, just to be clear, I asked if you would look at the comments and questions from this chat when it's over since it moves so fast. Yes, for sure I will, Cheryl. Sorry I misunderstood your question first 4 times you asked me. I will look over the questions to make sure that we haven't missed anything, and then we can address some of them and other ones. Are we going to put any speakers in?
Yes.
That's a Philip question.
Yeah, we're
TV
gonna put,
and speakers.
Yeah, we're gonna do a TV, speakers, and then maybe a little gaming console for the kids for rainy days.
Yeah. When we're camping or traveling, the kids really don't ask for anything. They both have their own iPads, which we didn't have when we traveled before. And we were 2 weeks in a Winnebago, and they were perfectly fine. Phil's mom and dad were with us. And yeah, our boys don't really ask for much, especially when we're traveling. Even if we were just sitting in the truck for a long time to get somewhere, we are so lucky. Even since they were little, they're really great travelers. So yeah, but rainy day activities in the camper
rainy
is super
day
fun.
Activities for sure.
Do we ever get to see Philip with his hat backwards? I think they missed your hat reveal.
You gotta watch it from the start.
You have the same sewing machine. Yeah, I didn't purchase a really expensive sewing machine. I purchased a Singer. It was a heavy duty, sort of a generic model. I didn't want anything that had too many bells and whistles on it because I don't have a ton of sewing experience, and I've been really happy with it. I constantly am telling him how much I love this sewing machine. It's been really, really good. What day is it? Do we like rock and roll?
We do like rock and roll. Elysia likes country. I
like
mind
everything. Yeah. Every once in a while, I like country. Every once in a while, I like hip hop. Every once in a while, we kind of go all over. Are you going to live feed the wedding? If we have a wedding, we will definitely show like the process of doing everything for sure. Keep the fabric from the sofa for a pattern. Yes, that's a good idea. I will probably do that for sure. Yes, on sewing. What's your favorite kid? Oh, kind of music. Thank you. What is our favorite kind of music? We kind of just listen to everything.
Just a mix of everything, really.
Andrea's saying I'm brave with all the white with boys and a dog. We have 2 like super responsible kids that don't make a mess of things. They're like, they put things back when they're done. They don't like wipe things on the wall. Like even when they were little, they just didn't do that. And so I can really be brave with white and not really worry about it. And Gunnar too, like he's with us all the time. So I don't have to worry too much about the white. I wouldn't have like white blankets in the camp or anything like that, just because when you're camping, you're coming in and out from outside and stuff, puppy paw prints and stuff for sure. But on the walls, I'm totally okay with the white. No tufting to pull up the couch. Post that couch. I say Singer, no bells and whistles. We actually aren't planning on doing any more of the Trash or Treasure specifically from the dump right now because we actually can't access it. And in most of the time of the year, we actually can't get into it at all. So it's just something that we'll be doing when we find like loose materials and stuff to be able to do Trash or Treasure videos. Lee is asking if I taught myself how to sew or how did I know? I teach myself how to do everything that I know how to do. And then if I don't know how to do it and I can't figure it out and I get stuck, then I ask Phil's mom with sewing things because she is great at sewing. Actually, when I have 2 lack of talents that I really can't do. Knitting and crocheting, my brain is too busy and I can't do those 2 tasks. And when I was pregnant with Chase, our oldest, I was put on bed rest and Phil's mom tried to teach me how to, I think it was knitting. And every time she left for work, I would get stuck and I'd have to wait 8 hours till she'd come home from work to help me again. So she's really good at all that stuff. And I can't do that. Did you,
Thanks, Auto Surge.
Could you embroider your sign like on the camper onto a couple of... Yeah, Susan, I was thinking of doing that. And actually, because I have the Cameo, I'm actually able to create stencils to be able to put on fabric as well. So I purchased, I don't know if you saw one of our other past lives, but I actually took some canvas and was able to stencil and paint directly onto the canvas and then turned it into a pillow. It was really cute and it worked really well. So I'm going to maybe try that again. But I also am going to do some embroidery stuff. I need to do something different that I don't do all the time every once in a while. And I don't really do any embroidery. So I bought some colors. I actually have them sitting right here. Of a bunch of different accent colors that we're using in the camper with embroidery thread. And I want to play around with it on the pillows a little bit. Yes, I find items on the curbside all the time. Yeah, the camper is a good trash or treasure video series for sure. Stencil logo on the pillar. Do you still doing the basket video with Mom? I think Mom has some workshops planned coming up to do some other willow weaving. Actually, we just cut the willow 2 days ago from the backyard for Mom to be able to use 4 baskets because we were growing willow in the backyard for Mom to be able to create. Mom lives in a skyrise condo, so it's not really very obviously accessible to be able to grow her own willow, and we have a nice backyard. So we actually just cut it, and she had 5 different colors of willow growing in the back so she can do the baskets with different colors. So yeah, Mom and I did that one workshop, and it was a lot of fun. It's something that Mom's really, really into. So I'm trying to get her to show us some projects.
She's really good at it.
Yeah, she's really good at it. You guys are awesome. Oh, thank you so much. So aren't we driving you crazy? You know you guys never drive us crazy. We're just going to spend a couple more minutes. I also wanted to mention that someone was asking about tools, on what tools we suggest them starting with if they're doing things like handmade business or projects. So I wanted to touch on that. We keep kind of getting repeat questions about that. I actually ran my handmade business for over 3 years just with a palm sander and a circular saw. I did a whole sign business, furniture refinishing. I didn't have any fancy tools at all. And so when I'm working on projects, I try just to make things with the things that I have that I can use until I can invest to get something more. And I used the circular saw for so long, and Philip kept saying, you need to go get a table saw, but I didn't really need it. And so when you're working on projects to tackle, you really just want to invest money in what you absolutely need rather than getting a bunch of things that maybe you won't end up using. And then if you realize you need more things, then you can expand. But tackling and making some revenue with the items and the tools that you do have to get you started is a really, really good advice just to start off if you're trying to do handmade business stuff. Thanks, Kathy. Do you think the roof will leak because you did all the scraping? Philip did so much scraping so that he could seal it properly because they had filled so many things on the top of the camper attaching a side building. So what are those called? Like those like lean-to buildings. Mm-hmm. In this campground where we purchased the camper, they had built this side building that ran off along the side of almost all of the campers in the park. And some of them are made out of wood, some of them are made out of siding. And then what they did was they took a sheet of tar, just shingles? Yeah, shingles and tar, and they had ran it all along the top of where the camper met these little side buildings to seam them up so that rainwater wouldn't come between the camper and the building. And so that's what Philip's been scraping off. They've just put a row of caulking to seal this all the way against the camper, which is what the caulking was. It was all the way down in those 2 strips that we were scraping off. So Philip wanted to make sure that all that was off because the paint I was painting on the camper was repelling it. And then on top, he wanted to make sure that it was super sealed.
Good night, Chick 256.
Night. And just show us some of the items of the camper or DIYs. Tell Mom we would love to see her in the videos. Yeah, I'm working. We're working on it.
She is in some.
Yeah, she's in some. You have to check it out. The willow one. What are we changing in the bathroom? I purchased the kit to be able to do the restore on the tub and the sink. It's like a tile and tub kit that you can do to re-enamel. That might be the word. The actual tub, because right now it's super yellow and obviously I don't want it that way. And so this kit is going to make the sink and the tub fresh white. And then the wallpaper is going to come off in the bathroom. In the bathroom because that floor wallpaper has to go. And I'm not sure if I'm going to cover it with something else on the walls because we do need to build up that bathroom wall anyways, or if we're going to peel the wallpaper off. I'm not entirely sure yet. But we definitely need to get some more insulation into the walls in the camper from the bathroom side there. And then Philip still needs to put in some more joists and stuff to actually make that wall the shape that it needs to be. And then I'm going to be painting the cabinetry in there, doing a restore on the flooring that we're running through the camper. We're running through the whole camper, the same flooring. I know we were asking you guys if we should do like something different in the kitchen or something different in the bathroom, but I think it's going to look the biggest if we just run the flooring through the whole thing. So when I did the measurements today, I included the kitchen and the bathroom. So it's going to get flooring. We're going to do some type of a pattern, I believe, behind the shower area, and then new linens and everything obviously in there too. So does Philip ever get mad? He always seems calm and collective. No. Not really.
Life's too short to get mad.
Not mad at me anyway. Mad he stubs his toe, or mad when somebody doesn't like work out.
Line up or something.
Yeah.
Mad at myself.
Where and what is it called? I need that stuff. Amanda, are you talking about the bathroom stuff? I'll show you the box in the video when we do the bathroom. We can't see you, Mom. Don't tell me the same type of wallpaper. Philip needs a break from peeling.
Yeah.
I'm going to give him a good break from peeling. I'll probably do the bathroom. I keep saying, do you want to roll white paint or do you want to scrape? You'd much rather scrape than roll white paint. Super fun. Night, Tina. I think we're going to head off to bed ourselves because we have a full day of filming tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm planning on fixing my cupboards that got destroyed with the poly. So I'm hoping that there's no wind tomorrow because I'm planning on sanding those down. And I want to get them back up in the kitchen where I'm going to install the hardware. So I want to be able to really see what the hardware looks like with the green. And then we're also, are you a Leo? I don't know what yours.
I'm a Virgo.
Oh, he's a Virgo. And then we're going to be getting our delivery tomorrow, and I want to try to finish painting the inside of the camper tomorrow with the white if I can, and then also getting a whole bunch of stuff prepped because I really, really want to get that flooring in as soon as possible. I think it's going to be a huge impact in the change in the way that the camper looks. So we're going to show you guys the flooring and the countertop and doing the cupboards and all that tomorrow on the video, right?
Hi, Alice.
Hello to all. Just started. I'm on episode 19. Super fun. So yes, we will have a video up for you guys tomorrow. Philip will be mad if the trailer leaks.
Yeah.
He won't really be mad.
Then I'll get upset.
Aw, so funny. Yeah, so thank you guys so much for joining us tonight on our live.
What day is it?
What day is it? This chat will be posted, so if you want to go back and check out anything that's in the chat, you can go back. It just takes some time for it to go up. So if you don't see it for a little while, it takes time for YouTube to be able to process that. For anybody that wanted to catch and purchase my book on Etsy, don't forget, use YouTube Family as the code for a 20% discount on that. And we will see you guys on tomorrow's video.
Love
you guys.
Good night.
Good night. Thank you for everyone who stayed up with us.
Good night, YouTube family.
Good night. Do this one too. Where is it?
Want to trade full? Mine is always